I landed my dream job without ever applying to a job posting. That's the story of literally hundreds, maybe thousands of professionals that I've helped bypass the soul-crushing job boards and endless application black holes. If you're tired of sending resumes to the void, and never hearing back, stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how to take control of your job search and make opportunities come to you. If you don't know me, by introduction, I'm Tammy Kabell with Career Resume Consulting, and I'm really glad you stopped by because today I'm going to share something that could completely transform your job search strategy. What I'm about to share isn't theory. It's a proven system that's helped my clients land roles at top companies like Intuit, Microsoft, Accenture, Google, Visa, ServiceNow, often within weeks of implementing these strategies. I'm not saying that that's going to be you're going to get something in a couple of weeks. Our average, though, is around a little under 5 months, I think, from the beginning of your search to a start date. All right, so let me tell you something that most people don't realize. Landing your dream job isn't about waiting for the perfect posting to appear. You probably already figured that out. It's about being proactive and making things happen. I've helped a couple of thousand professionals land their ideal roles using the strategy that I'm about to share with you. So let's break down my step-by-step approach that consistently gets results, all right? So first, you need to identify the right companies. I'm not talking about making a random list. I'm not talking about figuring out the sexiest companies and putting those down. I mean really digging deep. Look for organizations that align with your values and your career goals. Study their culture, their mission, stay up to date with their recent news. Now this is if you're going to be doing outreach one at a time. This homework though will pay off. You got to trust me on that. What you're going to do with that list is determine the factors that are important to you in your next employer, including demographic information like annual revenue range, number of employees, whether it's public or privately held, how long they've been in business, and the location if you want to work on site instead of working remotely. Most of our clients end up working remotely now. Once you've got that list of target companies, then it's time to find the key players. Now, here's a pro tip. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is your best friend here. Use it to identify hiring managers and department heads, the people who actually influence hiring decisions. In fact, the perfect person to reach out to, whether you know they have a need for someone like you or not, is someone having the budget authority and the hiring authority to create a position for you. In short, you're looking for the person that would be your boss in the list of companies that you'd want to work for. So the next step, I guess, is where a lot of people mess up. If you're reaching out to one person at a time, you need to craft something compelling that shows you've done your homework. But, and this is incredibly important, you don't pitch yourself too early. You don't even tell them that you're looking for a new job. Not yet, anyway. Here's another insider tip. Leverage mutual connections. Before reaching out to cold people, check if you have any shared connections who might even be able to introduce you if you're doing it one at a time. A warm introduction can be worth its weight in gold. You probably know that too. For a large majority of our clients, we recommend only reaching out to second-degree connections on LinkedIn so that you will always have someone in common with both of you. Now, there are other ways to search, and there's other ways that we teach you, but this is the LinkedIn portion of what you'll be doing. The next step is to provide something that they would consider valuable, the person that you're reaching out to. It might be as simple as offering to introduce them to someone in your network without asking for anything in return. Then a couple of weeks later, maybe a week and a half later, send them a link to your most recent LinkedIn article. Write an article that addresses a common problem that this audience would have that you are great at solving. Again, do this without asking for anything in return. You have to trust me on this. Even if they don't read it, you are now considered a thought leader because you're sharing your thoughts in a LinkedIn article. Okay. Now let's talk about follow-up strategy. After offering a few valuable nuggets, something of value without asking for anything in return, then it's time to send them a direct message on LinkedIn that succinctly informs them that you're quietly looking for your next career role. So if they have, and then you insert problem here, pain point, then it might make sense for the two of you to have a conversation as your expertise is solving that issue. Don't make the mistake of trying to sell yourself in these direct messages you send. Let your LinkedIn profile do all of the selling. You're just raising your hand, letting them know you exist, which is, it's going to cause them to look at your profile to figure out who this stranger is. And they'll also see that you have at least one person in common. Another thing to note is that you're not fishing for an unadvertised job that is already created, already open. You're searching for a need. More precisely, you're searching for a pain point that you are particularly good at making go away. And most of the time, when you reach out to these potential bosses, you won't get a response. And that's why you rinse and repeat up to 200 times per week, as that's the upper limit that LinkedIn allows you to send a connection request to every week. There's something that I've learned too, and that is most people give up too soon. Following up isn't being pushy. It's showing initiative. The key is to be persistent while staying professional and respectful. One often overlooked strategy is engaging with their content. So comment thoughtfully on their LinkedIn posts. Share their content, add your own insights to it, like do a repost with some, like a sentence or two. This puts you on their radar in a very natural, non-pushy way. So here is a power move. If you've got a background in sales and this is easy for you, you might request an informational interview. You can ask for a short meeting with that target person to learn more about the company. Be genuine, though, in your curiosity. People can tell when you're faking it. All right? So when you get that meeting, be prepared. Have thoughtful questions ready. Show them that you're serious about the possibility of working for them and that you've done your research. Now, finally, and this is crucial, always express gratitude. Send a thank you note after every interaction. Now, when I say interaction, I'm talking about if there's a dialogue back and forth that was particularly meaningful, or the interaction I'm thinking of really is just any conversation, whether that be phone, video, face-to-face. So here's a secret weapon. If they work in an office, send a physical thank you note via snail mail. In our digital age, this old school touch really stands out. So my go-to hack for doing this is to use a platform called handwritten.com. Now it's handwrytten.com. It allows you to pick out a thank you note, the card that it's on, even the handwriting style. And for under $4, including postage, they're going to mail it on your behalf, and it looks like it came from you. They actually have a robot that will take a blue ink pen, and write it out longhand. It's kind of cool. So remember, this proactive approach overall isn't about landing a job. It's not just about landing a job. It's really more about building relationships and creating opportunities that can benefit your entire career. So these new connections that you build during your search today are going to stay with you until you retire. And if you amass enough of them, you're never going to spend months searching for a better job for the rest of your career. Just think of what a career search would be like if you had a couple thousand connections that are one level above where you're at, one level ahead of you, a couple thousand potential new bosses that are in the types of companies that you'd love to work for. Okay? Before I wrap up, I would love to hear from you. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to reaching out to potential employers? I want you to drop a comment below. Let's discuss the strategies that could work for your situation. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more career development tips. If you have a burning question that you'd like me to address in a future video, put it down in the comments. All right? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.